Trying to elevate, I just take the ups with the downs. If it escalate, my order gon' uppity down. Make them levitate, Blake lift them up off the ground. I'm a heavyweight, I've been trying to uplift the town. You ain't say that, oh now we got puppets around. I don't play that, the homie can't make up with no clown. This the upside, everything is up with me now. Down ass bitch, I gotta act uppity now. Ain't no getting back with me when I'm up and she down. And I just lost a parlay off a couple.
Welcome to, I never know what episode this is. But it is Yeet Talks. I am your host, Soka Yeet. I have my co-host here,
Nikki, Immaculate.Nick.
And my guest,
Brandon Villafane.
Damn, not the whole government, bro.
The whole government. It's like government, man. You better know it.
And today, our topic of discussion, because it is Love Week, is love. Happy pre-Valentine's or after pre-Valentine's Day.
They don't gotta know what
to all the ladies.
Happy Valentine's Day.
And the gents. So, what would you guys define or describe as love?
It's a very loaded answer. It really is.
That unconditional, that no matter what, no matter when, where, who, what, why, always.
Ooh.
That's love.
That's love?
That's love.
It's definitely part of it for sure.
What do you think love is?
To add to what she said, I would say it's love demands a lot. It demands sacrifice, patience.
Ooh.
It demands growth, challenges.
100%.
You know, you can't jump ship at the first, wave. That's for sure.
Oh my God.
That's big. So, love is a lot, man. It really is. It's a job. It has requirements, standards. What
is your standards of love?
Wow.
Go ahead, talk your shit.
Right.
Talk your shit, man.
To add to what we all said before, just to understand that, just like anything else, there's going to be good days and bad days. And as long as you have more good than bad, I say that it's always worth fighting for. Not worth, you don't get rid of a car just because it needs an oil change,
Very true. Very true.
Take care of it. It takes care of you. That's the way I see it.
I'm here for it.
It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with all that you guys said. Love is a lot. It can be a lot. I don't think it should be disposable, as you stated, because a lot of people do dispose love. A lot of people don't know how to be loved and have never really been loved.
That's a big one. So
it comes off a bit crazy, especially when it's in relationships. Growing up, your family or whatever your situation is, it teaches you how to love. And a lot of these people sometimes aren't loved the right way, family wise. It fucks up your relationship. Oh, yeah. And I think a lot of people don't pay attention to that.
Big time.
I think I'm one of those people, not the pay attention part, but the grew up being loved a certain type of way, so expecting that was actually what love was, and then realizing that it was unhealthy, it was toxic, it was just horrible.
It's
so I feel like as I get older, I want to be loved properly. So being able to realize and realize the differences, it's like I'm trying to make myself okay with being loved properly, because it's harder than people think. Like, oh, just sit back and let somebody love you. No, I self-sabotage a lot, like a lot.
You think you self-sabotage because of the way that you grew up?
Absolutely, and I think I only self-sabotage when I'm being loved correctly or on the way to being loved correctly, because I don't self-sabotage when it's a toxic man wanting me. I'm drawn to that. But let a real man come my way, and I'm like, this is everything I said I wanted, the whole Cinderella story.
And you don't know how to act. It's like,
then I
let me
get it,
just
and I'm
ruin
like,
it.
Let me fuck this up. Let me just argue with this nigga.
You know what's so fucking crazy? That is such nasty work, because we all do it.
It is. But imagine being able to say that now, because years ago I would have been like, I know how to love. I don't do. No, I really do. I fuck shit up for myself.
It's a growth. It's a learning process.
Absolutely.
Yo. It's bad that's growing up is showed us the wrong way to love, I guess. Because I can honestly say I ain't really experienced all of that lovey-dovey mushy shit.
We didn't kiss and hug when I was a kid.
Yo, when you grown up in a fucking West Indian household, bro, there's none of that. It's hardship
And
all the way.
I didn't want to blame it on heritage and culture, but like that's really
unfortunately that's what it comes down
because
to.
I was the only people I hugged and kissed on was people I haven't seen, relatives I haven't seen in years.
Right.
And my regular family who I walk in their house, we not like I love you after every call. We not hugging, we not kissing. It's just what's up.
I'm not hugging my mother every day. Like
every day I'm not.
We not doing that. Me and my pops don't hug like that. Like
at all.
I'm not hugging my brother. Like
for what?
What am I doing all that weird shit for? Like that was weird to me.
Weird
you
to
feel
us,
me?
but that's not real. Because then guess what? Then you date someone or you marry someone who did grow up in proper love and seeing proper love. And then you realize you're like, why y'all say I love you every day?
Right.
Why y'all you kiss your mother every day? You doing what? And I'm like, what the fuck? Am I weird? I think they weird, but no, I'm weird.
It is. It
like,
is. It's we weird. We weird.
I can't say the last time I hugged my mother.
I'm glad we know that part.
I probably haven't hugged my mother since her birthday. I don't know. Like,
I think
crazy.
I think that's called an avoidant attachment. What you guys have
properly.
And
100%.
Like me, for example, would be an anxious attachment. I just learned about this recently. So
I just learned about this a little bit too recently.
What is? Let the people know.
Styles. You gotta Google them.
It's very trauma based, so it goes hand in hand with what you said. That how you grow up determines how you dictate and handle certain things in your life. Very much so with relationships, and it goes to show like the bright and dark sides of how you were raised and dictates how you handle people in your life. Because like you just said, if a real man, a good man came your way and on paper you're saying you want that and you're so lucky enough to get that, the very thing you want is the very thing you're scared of. So like you said, you self-sabotage, and that
it's crazy. You start to push niggas away.
Yeah,
you're very push and
pull
right.
type of
all
thing.
of that, yeah.
And it has that by itself could be very problematic, honestly.
It could
honestly,
be.
from both sides.
No, it could be unless you become aware of it. When you become aware of it and you can get on top of it, and that's when the change and the growth and all of that comes into play. Because I didn't know that for years. I didn't know that I was like that or I was capable of being like that, because who prays for this type of man gets that type of man and then fucks it up. Like, you know, and not even fuck it up as in like cheating or like any of that, but like just fuck it up.
Nah, I'm not gonna hold you. I self-sabotage. So bad.
Absolutely.
And it's terrible because I've had great people walk into my life, or what I assumed was great, and I've ruined it based upon me saying, I be self-sabotaging shit. Like, yo.
But you know what's crazy? I can't say I've had that many great people walk into
I'm
my life.
let me, I want to say like two. Not many, just two.
And that's why when that person does show up, that's what really alerted me, because I'm not used to meeting great men, or you know, our generation is sick, so disturbing, I wasn't used to that,
broken.
So then when I did meet the couple or the few, it was like, okay, yeah, I'm the problem,
right? And it's fucked up because they give so much, and it's you're sitting there, you're taking, and it's like, what the fuck? No, you trying to find everything wrong with them or something, like, you know,
why
like,
you snort like that?
Okay.
Oh, you're a we're and they don't be cheating. Like, we're the problem, yo. We're the problem.
So I got a question for the both of you then, since you're on that same boat. How do you handle the aftermath of that? If you could be made self-aware of what you just said, how do you handle the aftermath?
You know what's fucked up? Because with niggas self-sabotaging relationships, you break the other person.
You
by
do.
100%.
And at that very point, it's so hard to fix.
Yes. But on whose job is it to fix it at that
point? It would be my job,
100%. The person who has nothing to do with this.
Cool.
Because that's my own trauma.
Right.
It is. It 100% is. But yet again, how do you fix it, or do you not?
There's two ways.
Okay.
So when you don't fix it, you got to take that L on losing that person.
There you go.
You have to take that L. You have to give it up. And then you become the person who years later, when that person builds a family and is living their best life.
Now you sitting there like damn, that could have been me.
Or you could be the person who realizes what you have, and then you're like,
and put your foot down and try to really fix it. You
gotta grab yourself up, like, stop fucking around. This is what you prayed for, right? This is what you wanted. So then
But then at that point, are you too late?
No, you're not, because you still have the person.
How do you know?
Right.
Because you fixed it. You corrected immediately. Because now you're aware. That's what I said. There's two different ways. There's the being aware and there's the not aware.
But we may be aware, but then on the other person's thought or their in their mind, it's like, nigga, I'm already like losing faith.
I'm not letting it get that far.
I don't know, friend.
In this big age, I'm not doing that. Maybe a couple years ago, absolutely. Now, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna check myself, absolutely, because I can't say I want marriage, I want kids, and I want to be this type of person, and then I'm just letting shit continue. There's no growth in that.
There isn't any
at all.
Like,
So, question: do you guys at that point, you're pushing them away, you're aware of it, and you guys go into, I guess, no contact or something along those lines? Mm-hmm. Are you gonna break that no contact? How far down the line before you're like, is it too late, or
I'm not gonna let it get to no
I gotta
contact.
step up?
I'm not gonna let it get to no contact now in this day and age. That's why I'm saying, like,
All right.
I'm gonna fix it now, and that's when you go into a conversation and you let the person know what you're used to, what you've dealt with, what you've been through, your trauma, why you act the way you act, or why you feel and think that you act the way you act. Yes. That's giving them a realization, or it might open things for them, like, hold on, this is why she does move like X, Y, and Z. It might give them a better understanding of me, 100%. So maybe they can handle me a little bit different as well. 100%. So then that helps the both of us.
100%.
Right. I'm not letting that
shit happen. But you gotta be there in order to do that, though. That's the problem.
I'm not letting it get that far of not being there.
A lot of people do let it get there, though.
If I'm gonna let it get there, I'm gonna say bye to it. I'm gonna chuck the deuces up.
A lot of people do let it get there, though.
Because maybe I really don't want it then,
But you know what it is, right?
No, it doesn't. Because maybe I really don't want it from that person, and it's fucked up. But maybe I want all these things, but I don't want it from this person, and that might have to be okay too.
I feel like certain people come into your lives at the wrong time.
At the wrong time, wrong person, wrong place, wrong era.
And it's so fucked up to say.
I don't really.
You don't think so?
That cliche.
I do believe that. I do think that's the thing. I'm not big on luck,
and I'm not big on coincidences. I'm very big on things happen for a reason and how you go about it.
But maybe that person came into my life for that reason, for a time to show me and for me to have self-realization. But that does not mean that I'm supposed to be with that person. That could just mean this is a lesson. Wake the fuck up. How you're moving is not okay. How you're dealing with people is not okay. Grow up. Maybe it's just that realization, but maybe I'm not meant to be that person for that person.
It's fucked up, though, when you're not meant to be that person for that person. You turn around and you're that person for somebody else.
For somebody else. Yes. It's always like that, though.
That's fucked up, yo.
It is. It's fucked up.
Relationships are hard, man. It's hard.
Absolutely.
How many business days does it take for you guys to fall in love? I'm a lesbian, so I'm giving it about 2 days.
2 days. Y'all niggas be in love in 24 hours. Y'all link a bitch in the first 24 hours. Y'all together. Y'all getting married. Y'all planning the wedding.
Oh God. Niggas are mad quick, bro.
The ceremony is already planned out.
Niggas is mad emotional for no reason. If I feel the connection, bitch, we're in love. Like, that's it.
I don't think there's a fine print on. It's when you know. That's it. For some, it's quicker than others, and for some,
it takes time.
It takes a lot longer, but I think there's a criteria behind it. Regardless, you should see them when they're happy. You should see them when they're sad. You should see them when they're angry and maybe drunk, or highs and the lows, and then you can really determine at that point where you stand in that person's life. That's monumental. You can't fast forward things without. You can't have a testimony without a test.
What is the longest that it's taken you to fall in love?
Not long, I'll tell you that. We're grown. We're not kids either, and that still happens.
Especially when you're making time for each other. Because you think
there's a real, genuine, divine connection there, and you react to that, and you act on it, and you go with it, and you guys are here on 10s, and then somewhere down the line, the trauma will kick in,
and it goes downhill.
It goes someone being the 10, then maybe that person will drop to a 7, and then we notice the difference, and then we try to go about it mindfully, peacefully, respectfully, without overstepping, without making you guys feel uncomfortable. And sometimes it just doesn't work, no matter what.
You know what's weird? Because as a Leo, I would normally say 3 to 5 business days. Of course, it's a joke, but it's not a joke.
It's a joke, but it's not a joke.
I don't want to say in love. I want to say more so I could be infatuated, depending on how much time we're spending
there
together
you go.
quickly.
I think that's the word.
But that's different. That's
if I'm being honest, to play back on what you just said, I have to see every level and every stage of you. And that could happen in 3 months. That could happen in 6 months. It
all depends.
To see you drunk, to see how you are with your family and your friends, to see you are with my family and my friends, to see how you are when my pockets is low, to see how you are when your pockets are low.
All of that,
like everything happens. So.
All of that plays into you loving or to see where it goes.
But I'm not going to put a time on that either. I feel like when it happens, it happens. And again, depending on how much time you spend with that person, if you're together every day, every other day, a few times a week, whatever it is, for long periods of time, it can happen very fast because you can see those emotions and all of those things I just mentioned very quickly. It just really depends on the both of y'all and how much time y'all spend together overall.
What is your quickest love connection besides your real 3 to 5 days? Because that's infatuation.
I want to say the fastest I've probably fallen in love with someone or known that I wanted to be with just that person alone. Maybe it was like 3 months, 4 months.
I would
3
agree on
months?
that.
Yeah, 3,
that
4
sounds
months.
about right. That sounds about right.
like a whole bunch of dates, seeing each other as much as possible. We still were adults, have our own, work lives, family lives, etc. But we made everything work, and we wanted to see each other as much as we could. So I said like 3 to 4 months. Like, for real. Like, oh, nah, I think I love him.
How many months we giving?
I agree with that 100%.
3 to 4? Okay.
But unfortunately, right around the corner is when things could change.
You know what? A lot of people say you really don't know your person or a person probably up until like the 6th month. And then shit starts to go crazy.
That's too soon.
You think so?
If probation is longer than my relationship,
Nigga said probation.
It's the truth. I say you should give it that much time to really say you know someone more or less at that point. At least a year minimum.
Yeah, you don't know. I don't know you in 3 months.
Within a few months.
I'm in love with what you presented to me
in
3 to 4 months. And these 3 to 4 months, you knew that you had to lock it down. You knew that you wanted to be with me, et cetera, et cetera. So you showed the parts of yourself you knew that I would want to see, that would reel me in. However,
throughout those
that could be a mask. That could be a mask, right? Yeah.
I might see some shit that I didn't expect to see from you, but depending on how locked in I am, how much I fuck with you, I might try to overcome that shit with you.
100%.
Very true.
That's what a partner does.
Absolutely.
I'm here for it.
Or you could be a dub.
Big dub. How many people have you guys fallen in love with? So you know what's funny? There are like definitely different stages, as we've stated, of love.
Yeah.
I could have love for you. Mm-hmm. I can love you, or I can be in love with you. There are definitely 3 stages.
100%.
For me to fall in love, and the people I thought I was in love with, I was not really in love with.
Absolutely.
Very true.
Very Thank you for saying that.
I was not in love with. I had love for them, and that was that.
What did A Boogie say? If I ever said I loved you, I was lying.
Lying. Dub. And it's fucked up that you don't realize it until after the situations have occurred. And when you sit down or you're like in your new relationship, you're like, oh, I'm in love with you. I really didn't love this person. Nope. At this big ass grown age that we're in, you know when you're in love.
Yeah.
And you know when you have love. And you know when you love. Mm-hmm. I want to say I probably fell in love twice.
So we're not including popcorn love. We're not including
no.
In a teenager, you don't count.
In love,
my
twice.
Don't even count. Okay.
Every time I come across this question in life, I realize, was I in love with that person or not?
You have to really reel it down.
You're right.
That's a hard ass.
No, it's just, I would say like genuinely fall in love. I would say once.
Once?
I thought I was in love hard prior, but just once.
Just once?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. Sorry, prior.
Like
we thought you was there.
You're not there. Oh well.
Oh well. How many times you give it?
I want to say once. I want to say twice. I want to say 1.5.
What's 1.5 mean?
I really want to say once.
1.5, bro?
Because you know what? I thought I was in love with a person, and ended up being like a New York City love story, you know?
Like what?
It was only
what is that about?
After a while, it was like, rent is expensive.
Yo.
We just about to be together. And it was like, did I ever really love this man? Or did I just love what he showed me? Because he turned out to be something completely different than what I thought I fell in love with. Because this was not the character and the person and the man that I was shown.
All right.
So it's a whole different nigga.
Yeah, so towards
the mask is
end,
coming off.
I wouldn't say like the last year of our relationship. I ended up feeling like, do I really love him, or am I just here just to be here?
Right.
Like, am I just here because comfortability. I don't want to fuck nobody else. I don't want to, like it was just.
It's sad to say that niggas get comfortable, and comfortability fucks up a lot.
Niggas become complacent, and then it's like they always say it's women, but no, for real, he became complacent. It's the same person. The same horrible traumatic experience we always talk about, because there's years of trauma to talk about with
Mr.
that
Plates.
Man. You feel me?
Call that nigga Mr. Plates.
Mr. Grandma snatched those plates. You feel me? But yeah, the last year was definitely given like, I'm just here to be here. I don't want nobody else touching me. New York City rent is high. Might as well keep splitting it. So I was just on some, at the end of it, like, I don't know if I really ever was in love with him. Maybe I had a moment of being in love, but it didn't last very long.
Right.
So I want to count him because he did take up a chunk of my 20s. I want to say I had love for him, but I think it was just a lot of stupidity and a lot of infatuation with him being the first person for me to really be with in my adult life. So, I really don't have a number for y'all.
Like I said, well, we gonna stick with 1.5.
1.5, I don't know.
1.5. What is it? 1.5.
I'll give it 1.5 too. Then fine.
1.5. Damn,
Sounds about right.
Should I give it 1.5 too? Nah, it's 2. I don't know.
It's hard out here.
It is, because it's like you really growing up. You've had all these relationships. And everything is, I love you.
Like, and why would we saying that shit so often?
Because that, you know what it was? We watch too much TV. That's what the problem is.
All those Disney
all
shows.
These love shows, all this extra shit. None of that shit is real.
Like, what's wrong? Why would we throwing that shit up?
None of that shit is real, bro.
I haven't told a nigga I love him in like 5 years.
It can be.
Loving basketball, none of that shit is real, bro.
I mean, all right.
First of all, we should have
we're not playing bull for our love. Like, none of that shit is real, bro.
Loving basketball should not have been the map. It should not have been the blueprint for us.
And that's what a lot of these niggas
Quincy
follow.
Shitted on Monica.
OD.
So what are we talking about?
And then you wanted to challenge this bitch in a game for your love. Like, nigga, what do you think this
I
is?
wish a nigga would tell me. I'm like, you know what? Wait right here, because I'm coming back with an AK.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro?
For your love.
Pack it the fuck up. Have you ever loved multiple people at the same time?
Absolutely not.
How do you manage?
Nah.
I have.
No. How?
Raven, don't get me started.
I'm wild.
I genuinely need to understand something. How are you capable of juggling that?
Okay, right? In
One
my
is more than enough of a
in
headache,
my
if
younger
anything.
times of life, right? People were coming into my life at the wrong times,
Okay.
or what I was classifying as the wrong times, and me already being with someone,
Right.
and the other people come around. You know, a lot of people fool you. You feel me? They know how to reel you in because they know your situation. You feel me? And you end up growing
Loving
feelings.
these
It's crazy, right?
I can't relate. I really
Or
don't.
having love for these hoes, right? I can't even say like being in love with them, no. But having love for them, yes. And you know, that's what happened when you was a player. Y'all know, y'all niggas know. You feel me?
Okay, Pimp C. Anyway,
You know, it's-
I can't.
I have never been in love with
just don't have the patience
multiple
for that.
people.
And,
It's hard for me to love one
It
motherfucker.
is. It takes up
It takes
everything
like
else.
no, for real. Like,
That's
for me
my
to say
plate by
I love
itself.
you,
Look here.
I'm not saying I
don't
love you
need
just
room for
because.
anything else.
So if I'm gonna say I love you, it's because I really love you. I'm really in love with you. I really feel that way about you. Because even if I just have love for you, like if it's not platonic, I won't. Like I'll tell y'all hoes all the time,
It's a
like I
respect
love
thing,
y'all,
too.
Right.
But I would never just tell no nigga I love him just because. Like,
No,
I have love
you're not
for him.
telling her you love him just because. Like you,
No.
it's you got me to say, yo, I love you because it's something that I really love you for, bro. Like,
Yeah, no, multiple, nope. Can't. It's hard to get one
I
out.
can't do that.
A nigga be lucky. Nah, that's some real
all right,
pimp
you know,
shit.
y'all making me feel real fucked up in life.
I'm sorry. It's just that's the cool.
Scandalous.
I can't.
I was a bad person then.
And
I've changed my life.
I hope so.
I just do my best to practice what I preach because that shit sucks. On the flip side,
No,
of
for
that, it
real.
sucks.
Because I don't
It
want to be
does.
one of two, one of three that you love. Don't love me. Love them bitches.
Yeah, that's true. That's 100%
Please don't
true.
love me. I don't
That's
got
true.
it.
If
Because I
I'm
don't
in
got it for
between
you.
A choice, just go with that other person. I
No,
shouldn't even be at
that's-
that race. That's happening.
I 100% agree. But back then, it was bad. It was nasty work. I've changed, guys.
Yeah, whatever.
Don't be like me.
Don't.
So, baby, I love you.
That's right. No.
Did you love everyone you were in a relationship with? Whoa, that's crazy.
Nah.
Why are you in a relationship if you're not in love?
It didn't even get to that point.
But you know what? The thing is, I'm not going to get in a relationship if I don't already feel that way while we're dating.
Right. You have
So
an agreement at the first, like, you know, we're here now, but over time, you find out quicker than others, like, if it's even going to get to that level.
So you've been in a relationship with someone without even falling in love with them, because I'm not doing that.
You know what's crazy?
That's not my dating style. I'm dating to love you. If I don't love you, once we get to a certain extent and I just don't want to be in a relationship with you, that means I don't see me falling in love with you. That means we're not even going to be in a relationship.
I agree with the initiation of the relationship, but sometimes in in certain relationships, you'll see the mask fall off sooner than others.
Very true.
That's what it comes down to sometimes. So I can't even get to that point of I love you or I'm in love with you. You didn't even meet me there.
I have the 1.5 times. We're not gonna play like that. If we're gonna be together,
so we're not gonna play like that.
Because if we're gonna be together, that's because we already been feeling like we love each other anyways. That's just my dating style. My dating style is I'm dating to love, I'm dating to fall in love, I'm dating to marry.
Long term.
Right. So we're not gonna declare us being in a relationship if we have not already declared our love. Like it's gonna have to be back to back. Like we already think we're falling in love, which is why we're in the relationship. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna be saying I love you real soon if we haven't already. So I'm not gonna be in a relationship with someone I do not love.
I want to say that I've may have told everybody
in the world that you love them.
Not in the world. You know, when you're in a relationship, you tell your bitch you love them. Like, don't act like.
But that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
I can't. You and Villa can relate on that. I cannot relate with y'all on that. I don't get in a relationship if I don't love or if I'm not falling in love already.
All right. See. When you're in a relationship with somebody already, right? You guys are obviously dating to build and get to that point. There are some people that I've been with where I felt like I got to that point with, like, and then there's other people who's just like, all right, this is just that. Like, it's nothing more than just we like each other. Yeah, exactly. We're here. If it don't work, it don't work.
You can't be my man and I like you. What the fuck?
What do you mean?
You're not gonna be my man just because I like you. I've liked a lot of niggas in my life. Respectfully, I have.
Before
I might like a nigga today and I might not like him tomorrow, and that's just what that is.
You've been with somebody.
I'm not gonna get. You're not cuffing me, and
you said you gave people 3 months before, or you 3 months
3 to 5
took,
business days on top of that, right? Yeah.
Not even a 3 to 5 business days, because that's the infatuation, right?
3 to 4 months, I was saying
the 3 to 4 months to love somebody in that relationship, right?
But that's because we already.
That means before that 3 months, you've liked them. You feel me?
I like
that's
you.
The
We're
trial.
not in a relationship.
It is a trial.
100%.
I said it took me 3 to 4 months to get into a relationship with someone. So that means if I'm getting into a relationship with you, that means we already feel that we might love each other. I might be in love in 3 months. I might not.
So I guess maybe we're just talking about dating, and she's talking about the actual relationship itself.
Okay.
All right.
It's different.
If that's the case, then I can understand what you're saying.
Yes,
right? Because
dating is different. You're building to see what's what.
But being in a full blown, like, you're my fucking man. This is X, Y, and Z. We're gonna be together. Like, no, like, yeah. If I'm saying all of that,
okay,
we are locked in. We're in a relationship. We're in love, or we damn near on the cusp of just being like, I love you.
Then I'll agree with that. In that sense, yeah. We were talking about the dating aspect.
No, the dating aspect of it.
Hoes. You gotta like. I loved you. Never loved you. Can't have y'all thinking that. Horrible. You gotta correct shit. It might be a nigga in the audience right now, like, she loves you. Never loved you.
May I love you.
You was not my everything. Did not go down like that.
Yo, nah, I don't know. I feel like dating wise,
yeah.
You was
that's
I wasn't in love, but if I like you, I like you. I'm growing to love you,
right? Exactly.
Or have love for you. And if it don't work, it don't work. Like, it's clip on to the next. Like,
it's what it is.
This generation different.
Very.
The generation back then was different too.
Yeah, but it was more bound together by glue and cement. Like, people stuck it out.
100%.
People will leave like this over nothing.
So that goes on to the next question though. Okay. Have you ever been a fool for love?
100%.
Absolutely.
100%.
It's disgusting and it's nasty out here, bro.
You've never been in love for real if you haven't been a fool at least once. Sometimes we all play the fool. It's what it is.
That part right there.
Damn.
It's what it is. Have 100%. I corrected myself and that nigga? Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Can't play the fool for long. Once I'm hip to what's going on, motherfucker.
It's a dub for you. It's a dub for you.
Once you catch on to the habits and the patterns.
Yep.
Yeah.
At that
you know what's
point,
crazy?
So much you could do.
Niggas don't even switch up the patterns at that very point. It's the same. It's the same consistent cycle.
Right. It's the same song and dance. And after
we not doing that.
You get tired of it.
We not doing that.
Sometimes
it's
you gotta punch a nigga in his chest. It is what it is.
We not doing that.
And make his chest cave the way yours did when was sliding down that wall. Because now we both finna slide down the wall. But you, because your chest was caved in.
Yo. Nah, legitimately, I've definitely been a fool a couple times.
But you have to.
Y'all bitches is different. Y'all bitches definitely wound me up back then.
You have to really say what a fool is, because a fool isn't always because someone's cheating on you with someone else.
A fool is when you know.
It's many things.
You just let somebody do anything.
That's on the higher aspect of it.
You
allow so much fuckery
to drag you along, lead you on, gas you up, gaslight you.
And And a lot of y'all motherfuckers like to gaslight.
Say things that, what's the saying goes? Say what you mean and mean what you, wait, no.
Say what you mean, but mean what you say.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm very big on that. Don't introduce me to
Absolutely.
something you can't maintain.
Do not
That's why
introduce
consistency
there.
is so big for me.
That
It's a
part right
problem.
there.
It's a big problem.
That's disgusting. It's
Don't show me
horrible.
something you can't manage down the line. Don't
Simple
show me
as
it right
that.
now, but you can't do it.
Kiss bitch at that very
Always,
point. What are we
almost.
doing?
I don't want to say always, but because people change over time. But
Mm-hmm.
it should definitely reflect more of what we had in the beginning down the line.
100%.
Ask anybody that's been together for 20 plus years, marriage or not. Ask them how they made it. It's a lot of forgiveness, a lot of time,
I've
patience,
dubbed
work,
someone-
maintenance by itself, by default.
know,
Love is not enough. It's just not, unfortunately.
It's
the
not.
start.
A lot of
not.
It's
people
the start.
fucked up to say forgiveness plays a very big part
Huge.
in love.
Huge.
And if you can't forgive, what is the point? There's no point in it ever being a continuation of a relationship if you're not going to forgive your partner for
I'm not the biggest
any or
forgiver.
everything that they've
Say that
done.
again?
I'm not the biggest forgiver.
I'm not either.
I'm not. But that's in general. But that's how I know when I want to be with someone and deal with someone.
If
when
I forgive you.
I'm able to forgive you. Because I'm very much so, like, it's like...
Petty
We got beef. We're going to have beef
forever.
Why? What? Okay, forgiveness for what exactly? Because I'm not saying to
Just in
forgive somebody for
general.
cheating.
For
That's
her.
what I'm
High.
saying.
I'm not talking about that.
Because you know what? I will forgive someone. Like say we're, in a relationship and we're done now. And then there's no contact. I'll forgive you and you won't know I forgave you.
Well, how can they? They're in no contact.
No, yeah, absolutely. But like, I have to forgive you to get that off my spirit, get that off my soul.
Because you're going to
I
enter
can't-
into the next relationship
and
with
you're
that
gonna
same
have
hurt.
that
Hurt
on
people
you.
hurt people.
And that's right. And that's growing up because hurt people
is.
definitely hurt
It's
people.
true.
So that's me saying like, okay, I have to let this go. I have to figure out how to forgive and let this off my spirit because if I don't, it's going to sit here and I'm going to be no good to the next person that actually might
And
come
that's
into
unfair.
my life and show. And that's so unfair.
100%.
So I took time this go around specifically to be single, to work on myself, to get my shit together and my emotions and be able to communicate properly because my communication style in the past has been shitty because I'm a leaver. I am a leaver. I'm not a sit here and deal with your shit. I'm gonna get the fuck up,
definitely
pack my
avoiding
shit up, and you're
attachment
never
for
gonna
sure.
see me.
I'm learning
again.
to be a
sure.
leaver.
You're learning to be a leaver.
Yeah, like what's crazy, right? And I'm not gonna lie, I'm one person. I don't think I've ever had a single phase because I've always had somebody, and it's fucked up because the trauma that I've dealt with somebody before, I do have a tendency of carrying it on to the next relationship, and it's bad. It's nasty work.
So because you're from relationship to relationship and you're a jumper, because that's what I call y'all, a jumper. Because you
That's a damn
jump
good
from
term for
relationship to
It is.
relationship.
It is.
True.
You never have had the chance to actually sit with yourself and your own thoughts.
No.
Dark, whether they're dark, light, happy, no matter what.
So you know what I'm realizing? I've sabotaged relationships because I'm trying to learn within the fucked up things that I've done and dealt with within the prior relationships.
And that's fucked
And
up.
it's bad and
That's
it's
a
nasty.
horrible
But
thing.
shout out to the niggas who do hold it down and give you that time to, once you express to your partner, yo, I've been through so, I'm a jumper. And they hold it down. They give you that opportunity to fix whatever it is and they stand by you. Shit like that I can appreciate. You feel me? But unfortunately, I've never been like super single. Like I think it's always somebody.
Nope, I was super single for a couple
Is it
years.
because you chase that, or it just comes?
It
to
just
you?
comes to me. It's like there's
right.
times like I've been single, right? Let me tell you, I had an ex that I was with. We broke up one night, right? The next day, I want to say we broke up like 4:00 in the morning. I want to say no later than 4 p.m. that same day.
Mm-hmm.
I was in another relationship.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh God, it was nasty work. It was so bad, so bad. I'm a very bad person back then, but
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it was bad, bro. Like
12 hours, bro.
That's cold.
Bro,
Money,
The
money,
body
that's
wasn't even
man.
cold
That's-
yet. The bitch was
That's
still warm.
you know what it is? I think it also played a part in me being petty also because like bitch, you thought you was gonna leave me
So
and
did you get in that relationship out of spite or because you wanted to be with that person?
It's a rebound.
it was out of spite.
At the end of the
It
day,
was
it's a
out of
rebound.
spite. You know what's crazy? I fucked
Did that
myself.
last?
It lasted for 4 years and that bitch was the one of the worst relationships I was ever in.
That's gotta be karma in some
That's
way.
what you get.
Come on, that's
What the fuck
One
was
of
you doing?
the
payback.
worst, bro. I tell you that bitch
Karma
wilded me
spun
up,
on
bro.
you.
That
for you.
that bitch nasty work. Nasty
so
work.
okay. So with that being said, would you say that the person that you left for that other relationship, were you better off with that initial person?
No, we were bad for each other. We were toxic.
All right,
So either way, you was
Either way, I was fucked.
You was fucked.
Did it go from worse to worse or bad to worse?
It went from bad to worse, and then throughout time, it got better.
Okay.
Because at that very point, I want to say that 4-year relationship taught me my outlook on love, and it showed me how to love somebody who's worth giving that to. A lot of people's not worth your love.
They're not worth a
That's
conversation
true,
for real.
Or they don't know how to handle it. That's the other big problem.
A lot of people have never been loved to know what it's like. You feel me? So
sad.
it's fucked up.
It's like I think one of you said before that that definitely hurts both parties and it definitely breaks the other one that's trying a lot.
She said that, yeah.
Let me tell you right now, because that really shatters
I've
a
hurt
person's
somebody
heart,
who didn't
soul.
deserve to be hurt, yeah.
And
that really makes
it's
them think
fucked
about
up.
their self-worth. Why
It makes them
didn't
question
work.
themselves.
You say, I'm this and a third for you, and I try to be that person for you, and I give it to you as best as I damn near can, and it just contradicts a lot. It's a hypocritical thing, and that really messes with somebody's mind big time.
100%.
And that goes with what we said before. Like, love is definitely not enough. Love is an action. Love is a job. It is. You got to show up every day when you don't want to.
Yep.
The shitty weather, the
realized-
shitty arguments, the tough conversations.
Yep.
There's no
sit-downs with
excuse.
yourself. The
I realized that a long time
is
ago.
huge.
Accountability is something that a lot
It's
of people
major.
don't take.
They don't. They don't like being told about themselves. They don't like constructive criticism.
100%.
They take it as an attack instead of an act of love.
I used to be
because
one of those
we know
people.
that what you're capable of, because either we've seen it or we can see it. We know the potential's there, and we're trying to pull it out of you.
I've definitely been one of those people, but as we get older, you learn. You got to take that criticism. You got to take
100%.
all of those, all of that. You have to take from your partner because at the end of the day, they're watching you as you're doing whatever it is, and it's affecting them how they're affecting them. So if you love that person, you have to make changes. A lot of people don't. They don't take the accountability to make the changes, and it's fucked up. Niggas got to learn to take accountability. That is the word of the motherfucking day.
It's character development. It really
I'm
is.
taking so much accountability these fucking days. I'm scaring my fucking self. I be having, like, bitch, are you okay? Is you cool? Oh, but you not cool. Why
Not
you
you
acting like
questioning
that?
yourself, bro.
Now I feel like I want an apology to it sometimes. Like, all right, hold on though, because every time it can't be me though. Let's
That
also
part.
say
That part.
I'm great at taking accountability.
But
these
I'm not
days.
always
True, yes.
apologizing,
But
bro.
you're not gonna
100%.
gaslight me into feeling like every situation
100%.
is my problem or my fault.
It's always me saying, I'm sorry, I'm
true.
sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm
Right.
sorry. You're never saying I'm sorry.
It's but too many sorries because now I have to check you and make you take your accountability for what
You have a
deserve.
tendency
It's
of
a
somebody
double-edged
ever
sword, 100%.
asking you gotta ask somebody, yo, so am I gonna get my apology? And niggas turn around and look at you like, what am I apologizing for?
No,
Are you dumb or are you dumb?
I'm gonna make a nigga feel that though. I'm gonna be like, excuse me, like, you feel me? Like, how many times I'm gonna say I'm sorry
what's
or
going on?
I apologize?
What's going on?
This time is not my fault. You picked this situation to be what it is. So now what's up? You sorry or
You
you
gotta
not?
pick your battles for sure. Sometimes you gotta let it go.
absolutely.
Sometimes it's not worth
Absolutely.
bickering about. Just let it go. It's not a
Sometimes.
big deal sometimes.
Correct.
I'm not
That's what
gonna let you
saying.
get
Love
away
is
with
a
it
lot
every
of
time.
sacrifices.
I'm not.
You're not getting away with it every
I'm
time.
gonna come back for you.
Oh, so you guys are tit for tat?
You're gonna tell me sorry because we're gonna. Once you tell me sorry, then I'm okay.
Yeah, but even
And you gotta mean it.
Sorry is also on the lines of love where it requires action behind it. You can't say I love you or I'm sorry and not have something to back it up. Otherwise, it's just
Very
empty
true.
words. It's just the
Very
truth.
true. I'm learning that
The
as
best
well.
apology is change behavior.
Very
And
true.
same thing with love.
Talk
You
your
can't
shit,
tell me
Bill.
you can't tell me you love me, but then you're
Talk
not
your
showing it or
fucking
proving
shit.
it. It's just the God honest truth.
'Cause
You know?
don't
I'm
just
not a
tell me
mind reader.
that.
You might feel it on the inside. You two be in avoidance, but as an attachment, I'm not a mind reader to know how you feel about me. And if you're having a hard time expressing that towards your partner, that just causes a lot of distance. It's the truth. It's the truth. Some are going to do so much before they literally break.
Right.
100%.
You know? I can't. But it's also a growing thing too. You got to be able to put in that. Love is also a very teamwork thing. There's no I. In
It
teamwork.
can't. Right. It can't
It's
just be
teamwork.
me.
It takes two to move that sofa up those fucking stairs.
Oh my
It
gosh,
just does. I
does
can't do it by myself. No matter how strong I think I am, I need your help.
I've been there.
And
That's
done
this
that.
is coming from a man.
I'm telling you. I'm
A
telling
lot
you.
of these
A real
niggas
one.
don't think like that.
Oh my god.
I'm telling you. It's a
Teach
lot of
these
patience.
niggas something, please.
I'm
Because
telling you, man.
I can't tell these niggas nothing. I can't teach a man how to be a man. I'm not,
It's
at
true.
this big grown age, I'm not interested in telling a man how to love me, how to move with me, how to handle me.
Like
how to deal with
if
me,
you're not
how to be
catching
a
the
man.
hints,
You're not wrong at all by saying that.
And I'm very vocal.
Most should know.
I'm very vocal about
sometimes you do
everything.
have to teach, though.
You have to be.
Right?
No.
I say teach. You have to sometimes show a man
100%.
how to love you the way that you want to be loved,
Yes.
because they're not used to that from whatever the fuck they've either come from or
Come from two
etc.
different worlds.
You have to remember, not everybody that you date is going to be the same.
Absolutely
So there are
not.
things that people have been through that they're not. Once they get with you, it's like, what the fuck? This is a whole new.
Right.
I'm
It's
walking into
different.
fucking Mario World. Like, oh my god, it's amazing over here. Like,
And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with teaching you.
niggas just left the whole dungeon.
I'm
like,
okay with teaching you my love languages.
There you go.
What gets me to go? What makes me feel loved and special?
a lot of people don't do that.
Right.
You
And
have
I'm
to teach
okay
your
with
partner
that.
your love
You have
language.
to learn each other.
Because I'm very vocal, I will tell a man, like, this is what I like. This is what I don't like. I like flowers. I like men who are, a man, masculine. The chivalry, the opening the doors. If my nigga will not let me touch no
listen.
door handle.
As men, we
All
love
of
to hear
that.
that, and we even love to do it. But sometimes, unfortunately, in the world we live in today, that's damn near dead.
How?
A lot of these niggas don't. It's very rare that you'll catch a nigga to open up your
We will
door.
do those things, and the world we live in now is looked upon as weakness. Like we're simping. That
Bye.
we're letting you get the better of us.
Anybody who
Or-
thinks that's simping, bye.
even-
You can go.
That's true. That's true. Because I'll still do
Listen,
it no matter
you know
what.
what the
That's how I was
difference
raised.
is? I was
But-
raised different also. My grandparents raised me. So because they raised me, I watched my grandpa move different.
100%.
I watched him treat my grandma a certain
100%.
way. Even when they were angry, these motherfuckers was just arguing in the house and she probably almost stabbed the motherfucker. So when they walked out that door, who was holding the door? Who was saying X, Y, and Z?
That's love.
So if I cannot have that, that means that I cannot have you. We are not meant to be together. Because yes, there have been people that, maybe have not been that way. So I've told them, like, listen, this is what I like. I like people opening doors. I love flowers. I love to be able, especially growing up in New York City, in our age, I love to be shown these things. And if you cannot show them, then this is not going to work.
Right.
Because I don't want you to just think because, today's Valentine's Day, I'm going to open the door for her, I'm going to give her flowers.
It's true.
Yeah,
No.
every day needs to be
Right.
Valentine's
Every day
Day.
needs to feel like that. It needs
It's
to be
100%.
like, it needs to give, like, okay, today is March 28th, and I decided to buy this bitch some flowers.
There's nothing
Like,
wrong with
it
that.
needs to feel like that because I don't like flowers just on Valentine's Day. I'm a girl's girl.
Right.
And I love when a man can be a man and be in a man's place and be masculine.
100%.
And I can be feminine because that breaks me down and it makes me be able to be.
It makes you a bit vulnerable and,
Absolutely. So now I can
submissive
now I can
for your
relax on
partner.
my
Submissive is a big
and
word.
my feminine energy.
a lot of these bitches are
it's a big
submissive.
I have to act like a gremlin with you. Oh my god.
There's no need for that.
You're
but-
gonna get your match and you're not gonna like
But with
it.
what you're saying, that's very transactional, which I'm okay with. That's reasonable and it's realistic. Like, you be feminine and it's easy for me to be masculine, and that's how that cycle keeps on going. But when you avoidance pull back
No,
and
but it
then
has
things
to
go
be-
left a little
And
bit.
that's when I know like, you're not for me. And that's just what it is and it's okay.
Elaborate on that.
Because
exactly.
certain people can show you that energy, but you might not. I just might not like you. I don't like the way you walk. I don't like the way you talk. I don't like the way you look at me. And maybe it makes me cringe. I don't fucking know. Just because you're a nice guy or you're a man does not mean that I have to be with you. So
course
I
not.
have to meet someone who intrigues the fuck out of me.
They check off your
Like,
whole list.
No, for real. Because for me, like, I feel like I'm a what do they call it? I feel like I'm an introverted extrovert. Mm-hmm. I definitely have extrovert tendencies, but I definitely have introverted tendencies. So it's like sometimes you gotta pull things out of me, but it's like I don't know.
I get it because I'm sort of kind of the same way also.
Like you have to pull certain things out of me.
I won't just tell you
Yeah.
or just say it. Like, I feel like
Things just click.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's good. That's how it should
When
be.
I meet someone who I feel like could give me the things that I want, like you're just being a man, and why the fuck am I turned on from him just flipping a steak? What the fuck just happened just now? Like my brain is just wired different.
You know what's crazy? I will sit down and I will watch my partner and I'll just be sitting there staring. I'm just like, damn, you fine as fuck.
You a fine ass.
It be like that. You're admiring who you're with. And that's a
You're
beautiful
right.
thing.
No,
A lot of people don't.
For you to anybody look at just your partner and you're like,
Yeah, like, damn, bitch, why you?
that's me right there.
No,
Fine
it's
as
really
fuck.
That's
disgusting.
a beautiful thing
No,
though.
it's
Like,
as long as you have
disgusting.
that,
It's crazy,
the
but
fire
it's
will always
beautiful.
keep
You over there cooking, bitch?
No,
why you look like that
Little
cooking?
things, little things.
Bitch, you making
Cooking, cleaning.
You putting on
brushing your teeth. Like, it could be little to nothing. I'm like, that the way you did that was cute.
Right.
And just be there, right?
It just turned me the
You
fuck
have
on
that-
for no reason.
That initial attraction, mentally and physically, to have them in your life. You know?
That's how it should be.
Someone
though.
should always add to your life, not be like, for example, like when you're with somebody. I'm not saying that person should be the whole your world.
Mm-hmm.
They should just be an addition to your world. Mm-hmm. Like add to your blessings, not
Absolutely.
be the whole blessing. You know what I mean?
Right. But once you get married, though, that person does become
They'll give you your world.
And once you have
It's
kids with
a total
that
different
person, then
ballgame.
your family that
It's
you
true.
made with that person
That's your
becomes
world.
So it's progression. It's like it
It
happens
is.
in
There's levels.
stages. So I feel like that's what I want. I want like
Progression, and
yeah, I want to feel that.
you want the world.
I want
You
it.
want your world complete.
And I want us to be in my world together. Like, let's run this whole shit
I'm here for it, guys. I love it.
type shit.
Ooh.
I'm scared.
What do you do when someone loves you and you don't love them back?
Tell them that shit.
Ooh.
Wait, what?
What do you do when someone loves you and you don't love them back?
No, what you say?
Tell them that shit.
Oh,
I'm very
Listen.
straightforward. I'm
Yeah.
very blunt in that way. I will not have.
I'm not
'cause
there
you're
yet.
Not gonna have, no, you're not gonna have me out here saying I love you just because that's what you want to hear. I'm gonna tell you, like,
true.
listen, I don't feel that way.
No, I'm gonna tell you
So
that
what now?
I'm
What
not
do we
there
do
yet.
now? I'm not there
It's
yet.
not-
I might not ever be there.
And there's people who will still stay with you once they say, yeah, I love you, and you tell them, yo, I'm
But
not
you know
there yet.
and that's why you leave them alone. Anybody that I tell I'm not
You think-
there yet, and you're still like you're still on me, I might have to leave you alone because I feel like you're gonna try to wear me down. And I might not ever, knowing me,
Love
depending
that
on-
person?
I might not ever feel the way you feel about me. Especially, depending on,
It
like,
depends.
are we even really dating, or is it just like a feeling? Like, I just, are you just something I call on when I'm ready to? So if it's some situations like that, and you all like, I love you, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to. I was never in this to love you. I'm not gonna ever let you sit here and
You
think
have
that
to
I'm
set
going
that
to one
tone,
day
though.
either.
Yeah,
But you
like-
have to.
you got to be very strict with that.
I'm very
You got to
strict.
really set the
Because-
tone, be verbal about it, tell you where we stand, and exactly what
Yeah.
we're doing. I don't want you to
But what
have
about
any.
the people
I don't
you
want
do
you to
those
second
things
guess. I don't
with?
want you to have guessing games. I don't
What
want you to
about
wonder.
the people you set those boundaries with, and they still overstep, and then they still I love
feel like
you. What
as
you
you're
want me to do?
dating,
I told you
though,
I didn't want that from you.
As you're dating,
You can only
those
do
are
so much.
conversations that obviously need to be had.
Absolutely.
They have to be had.
Because
You
there
have
has to be
set
some
that
sort of
tone.
understanding.
Yes.
If there's no
Right.
understanding, bitch, this is not going nowhere.
Someone's gonna go somewhere.
You love me, I don't love you. What are we doing here? This is not a thing.
I
Like
don't know if
gotta
that's something
go.
that could be salvaged at that point, in my opinion, because that's
at that very
that
point,
hurts
I
somebody
didn't
no
hurt
matter
your
what.
feelings.
Yeah, and it's like,
And now we're weird.
it's not to say you should string somebody along, mislead them, or be conscious of, yeah, if I do this, they're gonna get those feelings from me indefinitely. That's cruel.
Bro, that's like you proposing to somebody and they tell you no. Like, bitch, what are we doing?
That's different because that's on a higher level. We're already in this relationship. Time has passed, and
I'm
we've
leaving
had
you at
these
that point, though. You tell me no, I'm
conversations where
leaving
a
you.
Ring is gonna be
But
involved.
what if you propose to somebody who told you they didn't want that type of shit? Now you forcing them to love you the way that you want to be loved, and they
can't
never
force
wanted
love.
that.
You can't
So
force
now
love.
that goes on you though.
You can't force
because
love.
That
You
person
can't.
I don't see anyone who y'all aren't on the same page with ever telling you no to a proposal. Someone who tells you no, they probably have already expressed, and now you've made them uncomfortable, and that's fucked up. They've probably already expressed to you that that's not what they want, or it's not what they want with you.
Love is not meant to be forced.
It's not.
it's not.
You can't
it's
force
there or
it.
it's not. There's no in between.
My new saying is FAFO. Fuck around and find out. Love is not supposed to be forced, bro.
I'm telling
It's
motherfuckers
not a
that.
thing.
Please fuck around and find out. You
Don't-
will be mad every time.
Don't try to force no love with me, bro, because it's not gonna go nowhere. If I don't love you, just walk away.
Yeah, there's no going back to that. You
But
can't
this is
fix
why
that
I
either.
walk away. This is why I'm the leaver. Because if I feel like this is not servicing me, or this is making me cringe now, this is making me feel away. I told you X, Y, and Z,
It's
and I feel like it's
uncomfortable
not
on both
respected.
parties.
I gotta go.
You'll know
It's
when.
uncomfortable.
You know what's funny, right? Because certain actions will tell you when you're in love with somebody and when you're not.
What do you think tells you that?
That you're in love with somebody?
How the efforts that are made, the
Yeah.
the way somebody wants to always be with you, and you feel me, like they want to do everything for you. They want to make sure
you
you're
go.
good.
There you go.
You feel me, like those are things like you're showing me that you want. You're here. You want this. You love me. You're going the extra fucking miles. You feel me? A lot of people don't do that. So you know when it's not real, when it's not that. Like you know. it's you just know, bro. It's just not always a thing, or it's gonna be a thing.
I feel like it's very hard for me to realize that somebody's in love with me.
Why?
Because I feel like niggas will do a lot to get your attention, to keep your attention, to have you around and keep you around. So to me, it's very hard to depict a man who was doing all these things just to get me, and a man who was doing all these things to get me, to keep me, to be with me forever. You love me, you want to be with me, you want me to have your kids. Like, it's a difference. Like, so
niggas
it's
is funny.
hard for me to figure it out. Like, do you really love me?
Niggas is funny with, I guess, expressing how they feel. And maybe Vilfin can speak on this because he's a man. I may think like a nigga, but I'm not a nigga. So what I do see from certain men, though, it's hard for men to express love because...
Which is hard for me to depict if you really love me or not.
Okay, so here's the thing. You don't know for sure during the good times. No one's worried about anything during the good times. That's a beautiful sunny day out and you can do whatever you want. Love is indicated during the storms. Mm-hmm. And when somebody doesn't leave after that storm, no matter how big it is, there's love to that.
The love is there. That's how you know.
You'll know through whatever the struggle is, mentally, physically, going through. And if you're saying that you're patient with them, you're trying to reciprocate, you're trying to be fair, it's just, it goes hand in hand. You just want to make their life better.
100%.
It's not about, I'm holding the door for you and buying you flowers and taking you out to eat. That's the trailer to the movie.
That's growth.
That's the trailer. You got to watch the movie first and let it play out, and then you see the ending. Then you know for sure if it was a good movie or not.
Legitimately, I 100% agree.
I'm a great movie, y'all.
It's not a great movie.
That's true.
You might cry after.
They might cry?
Type shit.
Have you ever had to relearn to love after disappointment or heartbreak? Did the love feel the same?
It feels better.
To relearn love.
You have to.
You have to relearn love.
I feel like you relearn love after every failed relationship that 100%. You were actually in love.
100%. You know how to love different. You know how to love better. You know how to love that
person.
person.
All the challenges, all the lessons from that last person, that last relationship. And if you are a person who wants progress, who wants marriage, et cetera, then you're going to take all of the bad and you're going to, find the good. It's just a lot to it. You can't love the same in every relationship. You can't, because everybody's different. Everyone is different. So I can't move with every nigga the same exact way, expecting the same exact result.
It's not a thing.
I have to relearn. You have to relearn people. I'm a different type of woman. I've met men who have been like, yo, I'm not used to X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, well, hello, you've met me.
Right. Like, it's different.
Hello.
I'm giving different.
This is me. This is my name. This is what I've seen. This is what I want.
I'm that bitch and here I am. I am different.
I'm different. I'm different. So you have to move different with me. So whatever you were used to from the past, bowl that shit up, throw it out. It's not going to work with me. So now you have to relearn me. As well as I have to relearn you, because the things that made my ex happy
may not make you happy.
Right, it might
piss
like,
you off.
I don't 100%. Like that.
I don't like this shit.
Like for instance, my ex like monetary things, right? Like I could do anything in the world, but I buy them niggas something that costs a stat. The nigga was happy. Like everything was erased.
But then you have other people who are just
don't give a fuck, bitch. Do you take accountability? Is there an apology come with this $1,000 gift?
Right.
Or can I just have an apology? I just want you to learn from what you did and not do it again.
Right.
I don't want the repeated behaviors, and that's when you're like, oh, hold on, I gotta
relearn.
I have to relearn the proper way to love somebody. It's really just that simple.
Have you ever had to relearn to love though with your person?
No, because the person that I was with, I didn't want to relearn how to love him. I just wanted that nigga going.
That's crazy.
Facts.
I feel like
to go.
I don't think love changes.
I didn't think he deserved
You're saying relearn
a
love.
better version
I think love
of
is
me.
a certain way, and it's either you get it or you don't with that person.
But it does change.
No, it does change. And first, all right, say you're in a relationship with a dirtbag. Like, I didn't feel like he deserved a better version of me.
Right.
I feel like I wanted to love you so bad, but you're not changing and you're not learning me the way you need to learn. We're not growing together. So at this point, then I don't need to relearn how to love you. I just think that we're just not compatible anymore.
A lot of times people are in relationships and they feel like the love is gone, not knowing that sometimes you may need to relearn to love your partner.
I would say relight
the fire. Yeah.
I would
rekindling
that's life though. That's
right. Because you know what it is also? Because we're always on the go of growing, I have to relearn my person. Like I've changed so much. My partner's changed so much. Like I gotta relearn to love you and who you're becoming. You feel me? So I feel like it's a process or something that You gotta relearn.
I think we change for love. It's just that I feel like
We
we're always
definitely-
chasing what love is, whatever that may mean to us. So I don't think it's something that we that it changes because it's stagnant.
I like that.
We change for love, not
We
the other way
do.
around. Love doesn't change for
Love
us.
does not change.
Very
That's
true,
why
very true.
That's why I
Change for
feel like
love.
that.
I like that.
It's the truth.
I agree.
Where was the strangest, hopeless place you've ever found love? Online. Online.
That's your answer.
Yes, online love, nigga, is crazy. I'm telling you.
All right, so what do you mean,
Online
like a
love.
dating app
Yeah,
or Instagram
like
or
dating-
Facebook?
yeah.
I mean, they could be labeled as that too, but I separate those.
All them shits is the same. It's
Sliding
a
in
dating
DM,
site,
a dating app, whatever.
right? All of that
Absolutely.
online.
That might be the strangest place for me specifically.
I guess online, yeah.
Online.
And then next on Facebook.
Work.
It's regular.
work,
They say you meet your greatest
all
love
right.
at work sometimes.
Did they?
Listen, especially if you work for the Department of Corrections, you just might. So I don't know. I don't know. It's these 16
Shout out
hours
to
every
shout out to the
day.
DOC love.
You really put it out there. That's crazy. That's crazy. You really threw that out.
Facts.
Yo,
Everybody's
Yo.
falling in love. People are leaving their wives and their husbands to be together.
not dead ass.
No, for real.
Bro.
Like, you've been in a
Man.
relationship, you've
Sick.
been married for 15
Sick.
years, you meet fucking
Keisha, and now Keisha's the love of your life, bro.
Keisha
It's
Love Your Life. She
crazy.
from Cell Block E, you from Cell Block D, but y'all run inmates to the mess together, and like ever since then, y'all been in love. And it's fuck your life for 15 years. Fuck them kids that you about to put through college. Fuck the alimony you about to pay.
Yo.
You love Keisha and Keisha love you. Now it's Joe and Keisha forever. You see what I'm saying? Like, I hate it here, like, but it's facts. I think workplace romances are the easiest ones. I don't think that's so normal. I think that's so regular. I think that's probably the first place you meet your significant other sometimes. Fuck the streets. Fuck the streets. Fuck the club.
Fuck the
I think
club,
you
for
guys-
real.
That's not
I
even
feel
a-
like work, depending on your job, yeah.
Nah,
See how all
I don't
this-
know about that.
You see how all this
Sorry.
workplace husband-wife shit is trending,
That's
right?
Bro,
different.
you know they got
That's been trending
cards.
for
They got
years,
cards
but
for the
that's
work
not where you
wives.
find
No.
love. I'm
they
sorry.
have
Wild.
cards. They have Hallmark
They got-
cards
Yes,
for
bro.
your workplace husband
For
and your
your-
workplace
yes.
wife. I wish somebody would buy something.
I've
Nigga.
seen all that. Don't get me wrong, but that's not, I think, ideal to say, you know what? I'm going to get this new job and hopefully I find
No,
a
I
new
didn't-
girlfriend
Not-
there.
not-
We're
that
not
you're
saying
out
you
there
expect
looking
that.
for
We're
it,
not
though.
saying that. I'm just saying I feel like that's what it naturally happens the most. Work. Especially if you at work for 16 hours with somebody and y'all got a kiki and you got to, like,
I don't think it's
yeah.
wise to dip your pen in company ink. That's my opinion.
But
on
I feel
that.
like it doesn't
It's
matter.
it's,
What do
it's
you
destructive
do?
because then
Sometimes you
if
can't
it
control
fails-
it.
What
if
they
it fails,
say,
then what? You
I
can't
don't
avoid
date
that.
where
You
I
gotta work
work.
I don't
every
date
day.
where I
You're
work.
with
You know
that
how many times you
person.
say that? I don't
It's a
talk to
headache.
niggas I work with.
Yeah.
And how many niggas I talk to?
Scroll through your
That
phone,
I worked
bitch.
with?
Tom,
Please.
David, Harry, Samantha, Keisha.
That's too small of a world.
They
That
all
was in your
down there.
business. You can't escape it.
And I'm a
You
low
gotta
key
deal with
bitch.
that no matter
If
where
you're
you
low
go.
key,
If you're
not
low key, it works.
There's
You're
no such
not
thing
low
as
key,
you
can't
can't
be
do that
with
forever.
me.
I'm sorry.
If
There's
you're
no
low
way.
key, it works.
It's
You're
never,
not low-key,
it
you
doesn't
cannot
go
be with me.
forever.
It
It comes
depends.
to
Nigga said,
life.
if you're not low key, you can't be with me.
If you're not low key, you can't be with me. I don't care.
Sometimes it works. It all depends. Would you rather be with somebody that loves you or someone that has your best interest in mind and heart?
My best interest. Because sometimes you got my best interest and you can have some type of love for
How
me.
could you have one without the other?
Ooh.
That part.
I don't see how that's possible.
I feel
That's
like
like
that
making that's like making a meal. You need certain ingredients to make it. You can't have one without
Now
the
I
other.
agree with that, but
That
I
part.
do not want to be with someone who just loves me because just because you love me, you might not have my best interest. You might love me and be fucking 30 different bitches.
What? That's
You know
not
what's
love
crazy?
then.
It's not love to me, but if you talk to 30 other men, they're gonna tell you that they love their wife, they love their BM, they love their girlfriend, but sometimes they just fuck bitches from time to time. What Jody said, I don't know why I do it. I just do it for time. I don't know what he said. Like, no, for real. Now that logic would never work
That's
with
a
me because
totally
I'm a
different
grown ass
topic,
lady.
though.
And you're not gonna come to me with that type of shit.
It's
But
you can't
When
have
men-
one without the other.
Listen,
I
you
feel
can't.
like-
I can't personally.
I feel like you
I
can.
can't do that. I'm
Like you
sorry.
can't have real love. You cannot really
Yeah, exactly.
love.
But at the
And
same
have-
time, I do agree with the having my mind and heart part. Only because I was with somebody, they said they love me. The whole while we was together, the bitch was jealous of me.
We can't get
But
that.
then that's a
Not
lie
this
then.
episode.
That's not- I don't
Not this
put- I don't
episode.
put
We
that
don't
to
have
love.
time for
That's
that.
bullshit.
We don't have time for that this episode.
That goes hand in hand with words and actions.
'Cause I got
True.
some
The
shit to
actions part you
say.
just said is what? To have your best interest in heart, right?
Yes.
That's the action part of
I
it.
got
Saying
some
you love
shit
me,
to say.
okay, that's nice. Back it up. That's just what it comes down to.
You
It
know
comes with a
what?
price.
I feel like this episode definitely deserves a part 2.
Ooh.
But of course, you guys know it's Yeet o'clock. If you're at home, grab your cups, grab your drink. Until next time, yeet. That was a good
Trying
topic.
to elevate, I just take the ups with the downs. If it escalate, my order gon' uppity down. Make them levitate, Blake lift them up off the ground. I'm a heavyweight, I've been trying to uplift the town. You ain't say that, oh now we got puppets around. I don't play that, the homie can't make up with no clown. This the upside, everything is up with me now. Down ass bitch, I gotta act uppity now. Ain't no getting back with me when I'm up and she down.